Okay, you're good.
All right. Hi, everyone. Hope y'all are having a fabulous day. Me and Ashley are doing the Zoom tonight, and we wanted to do it over time management tips and income producing activities. I think that a lot of people, whenever they join this business, you get a list of things to do, but you I feel like knowing what those income producing activities are and knowing those tips and tricks to save time is the difference. It makes walkers runners. Does that make sense? I think that once I started to really learn the ins and outs and, those little secrets that make, even if it's just saving a couple seconds here and there, at the end of the day, that really added up to me. And it made my business, it accelerated it drastically once I was learning how to work smarter, not harder. So we just wanted to do a quick Zoom, go over some very general stuff. We're going to go into detail about a little bit. I think that it's really cool because you get different perspectives. For instance, Ashley still works, full-time at her day job. And I did work full-time at my day job, but now I stay at home. So I can, so I've had to readjust a lot. So whether you are somebody that's still working, you're at a day job, or whether you're someone at home, you can still do this business. There's definitely ways around it. I know that at first it was the struggle of, I was constantly like bringing Zoe to a sitter and then picking up and dropping off. And, I was at work all day, so I didn't have time to message people. I didn't have time to post. And I had those excuses. But then once I came home and I was staying home full time, then I was like, oh my God, I'm home all day. This kid is crazy. Like, I can't get anything done with her climbing all over the place. And I'm always cleaning. I'm always cooking. I'm always doing this. So it's always about just making time, prioritizing, really getting organized, and just, you joined for a reason. So you just got to make it happen, right? So let's go ahead and get started. I think it's important to know what your income producing activities are. Really quickly, I think that, everybody knows that in the general is posting, messaging, following up. That is what everybody does. But you have to go above and beyond. You have to be interacting intentionally with your Facebook friends. You have to be messaging and reaching out to new people every day. You have to be pulling up declines that are in your downline that are happening. You should be going through those loyal customers that you have. Maybe it's their third month. Go ahead and send them an email letting them know how many perk points they have to get that fourth month. Then they're going to accumulate more perk points with that order so we can keep them on board, right? Keeping that volume up. And then, of course, you have to be constantly expanding your network and adding new people every single day. Those are just like a very in general list of income producing activities that you can be doing. Obviously, there's a ton more, but I think in the beginning, if you're new, this will be a really great, hopefully you'll, get some good tips from this. So post message follow-up, I know today in the group, they did a video that went into some detail about follow-up and all that good stuff. I think the tips and tricks that can go along with it. I just sat down for the day, by the way, y'all, so I'm going to have to watch that video and after this because I literally just sat down for the day. But I know that like some things that helped me is I have folders on my phone. I'm not sure how it works if you have an Android, but on an iPhone like I have my notes section, and I literally have a folder that is, I have different folders. One of them is just called posts. And it's posts that are already made up. I have probably 150 posts that are both before and after and lifestyle posts. That has helped me tremendously, okay? Having posts already made up and saved is going to be such a drastic change in your business, because I know that whenever I was working all day, and I used to like try to sneak to the bathroom to post, and I would end up taking forever. And I was a waitress, so I couldn't take forever. I couldn't stand there and stare at my phone, right? And be like, I don't know what to say about this before and after. I overthought it in the beginning. So having those posts already made up at night, and over time, you're going to get that big list. I mean, 150 posts, a lot of posts that I can just go through, quickly copy, paste, and choose, and post whenever I need to. And that's a great tip, whether you are working or at home, because I know once I'm at home with Zoe, now it's like I am always, doing something. We're always going somewhere. We're always on the go. So having those posts have really helped me now as well. Saving albums on your phone. That's a really huge one for me. I don't know about y'all, but I have like 7,000 pictures in my camera roll. Not gonna lie, I need to go through and clean them out. But what I found myself doing is, for instance, my results. People always want to see your results. So I would literally scroll through thousands of pictures to find my, 3 pictures that I have of my results to send to friends. So what I did is I went in and I have a album for like my personal results, before and afters. I have hair, skin, and nail results. I have the stretch mark cream and wraps. I have whenever I was doing the shake in the mornings, and thermo fit and greens. So, and I have the facial wraps, all of my before and afters. And like I have some of my mom's and like people that are close to me, my aunt and uncle, I have some of theirs. Those I save in one folder. Then I have I have a folder for cleanse, before and afters, and product info. I have a folder for wraps, HSN, before and afters, and product info. That just really helped me a lot, especially whenever I'm messaging with a potential and they're asking me questions. And, if I really want to send them like a good before and after, and I'm like, oh, which one is that? You have that picture in your head that you want to send them, but you have to scroll to find it. It's so much more efficient, guys, to just have an album on your phone that says cleanse, all the before and afters and product info. That like I know that there's that cleanse picture that it's not a before and after, but it has like the signs of needing to cleanse, and it's one of the corporate approved photos. I love that picture, and I think that, and it even talks a little bit about the way that the ingredients and what makes it special and all that goodness. So I have that in there. I have the pictures of the products with the words that normally you wouldn't post, but sometimes maybe you want to send that to a potential. I have those saved. So that's made a really big difference for me. I know. And then let me see what else I got here. So we did the messaging and the posting, saving the post to your phone, your messaging, you're following up. That was kind of in the video today. Another big one with the income producing activities is interacting with your Facebook friends, but being intentional about it. And I'm going to let Ashley go into detail about this one. But I will say that there is a difference. Really quick, I just want to say that there's a difference between like scrolling and just like liking everybody's posts and then being intentional. And I know Brittany is really great at being intentional. I know Ashley is really amazing at doing this intentionally. So I'm going to let Ashley go into detail about that one real quick.
So I know most people think that like just liking somebody's post is going to be enough, and it's not. That's not going to get you in their algorithm. That's not going to have you, people liking your stuff back. You need to be commenting on people's posts, and you need to be like responding. If somebody comments on your post, you need to be replying to each of those things, because those are the kinds of things that are going to put you into their algorithm. So just scrolling, somebody got their hair done, girl, it looks awesome. Just being really intentional with what you comment, complimenting people, and being genuine with what you have to say is so much more than that like or the reaction button. So that's the main thing. But as you add new people, making sure that you've got their names written down, kind of like she talked about in the video this morning, or from the task group, making sure you're writing down all the new people that you've added, and that you're constantly or once a week, a couple times a week, going to their page and making sure that you're commenting and interacting on their posts specifically, because you want to be in their algorithm, so that those same 100, 150 people or however many aren't the only people seeing your posts, because that's not going to get you new business. That's not going to, you're not going to grow with that. Also, messaging people. If you ever get the opportunity to just send somebody a personal message, whether it's business related or not, that if they respond to that, you're automatically going to go into their algorithm. So And I don't know how great this works, but when it's somebody's birthday, I never go to their page and comment happy birthday. I send them a personal message telling them happy birthday or Merry Christmas or, you know, hope you had an awesome new year, whatever the case is. Any reason I have to be able to message potentials or new friends or whatever that's not business related, I send them a personal message because that is immediately going to put them in your algorithm. And another thing that you can do is, say you're talking to somebody about the system, or you've been messaging somebody about the stretch mark cream. I'm going to, like right after that, I'm going to go make a post about that product so that they're seeing that in their newsfeed and just keeping that in their mind. You know, look at that before and after. Like, so that's what she's talking about when she's like trying to sell me this product. So that's basically what I do. And I know Brittany has taken on like this emailing people. So she emails people and she's getting like kick butt results from it. So I've recently started that. She's just sending out like a general, like she sent out a message to, you know, she's got people under her that don't work or whatever the case is. She's taking those loyals or those people that are under them, and she's sent them a message about the BOGO distributor deal. You know, finding different ways to reach out and be intentional with people. She's just thinking outside the box. I'm not very good at Instagram, so I don't know. I don't think Sam really does Instagram either too much. But so I'm not really great at like giving advice in that manner, but that's how I am intentional with my time on Facebook when it comes to interacting with people.
Yeah, and I think to add to that, I know a lot of us had spoke in the past about lists and making Facebook lists. And I think that when it comes to intentionally interacting, and if y'all don't know what I'm talking about, if you're new, basically it's taking your, okay, let's say you have 3,000 friends on your Facebook, right? You're going to take 300 at a time and put them into a list. Friends list number 1, friends list number 2, friends list number 3. Because here's the thing, guys. If you're just solely using your news feed and you are not doing anything to really manipulate it, you're only going to see the same 50 people every day, right? So we need to get out of that small circle of people, because you have 3,000 people. You don't need to see the same 50 people, right? So what you can do is you can take 300 people at a time and you can put them into a list. And so you're going to have, 10 lists of just your friends, right? Then what you're going to do is at night, I know that I do this, is I am very intentional whenever, and it's funny, I lay down in bed and usually Zoe falls asleep. And when she falls asleep, I pull out my phone and I'm like, all right, interact time. And I go, friends list number 1, comment, like, comment. And sometimes I don't even like. I actually like to do the challenge. There was a challenge that another Presidential Diamond said. It was like, I challenge you to go 2 days without any likes. Don't like anything for 2 days. You should solely comment. Sometimes I do that. I still like to like things sometimes. If they're a brand new friend, then I think I kind of feel like I like some of their stuff for like a week, and then I start commenting, because I don't want to start commenting on people's stuff that I just added as if I already know them. I think that might be kind of weird. So I kind of like a few of their stuff a couple times to make sure that they see my name. Then once I start commenting, they are a little bit familiar with my name, right? It's not out of nowhere. So, but going into those friends lists, because think about it, 3,000 people to 300 people, you're going to see a lot more, right? And then you're going to each of those, out of those 300, and you're going to be commenting and liking. And I do that, guys. I have like 15 lists that I am friends list number 1 for like 5-10 minutes going down that list, and then the next list, and then the next list, and then the next list. That is interacting with intention. That is very different from scrolling your news feed and liking everything and then just like commenting on every 5th post. They're very different. Okay, so then we went over, so then messaging new friends, okay? We're going over the income producing activities. We have the post message follow-up, which I feel like we don't really need to go over, because I did say to time manage that. Come up with posts beforehand. Have your pictures, saved in albums. That way you can easily access them for whenever you're messaging people. I know the video today had a little bit about follow-up in it. And then you're interacting with friends. So, but being intentional, whether you're using lists or whatever, you want to do to be intentional with interacting. And then you're messaging new people. That is a little bit more what Ashley talked about, with it's happy birthday, message them. Don't just post on their wall, message them, because nobody sees the 105 people that posted on their wall. They're not going to go and check each one of those. But if you're messaging them, you're getting into their algorithm. Messaging new people is a huge thing. I don't message people if I just added them. I wait like at least a month or 2 months. But let's say you start in the A's, and literally if you're like, to every night I'm going to message 25 people. Start at the top of your list. Start at the top of your friends list, guys. Message 25. And then, the next night, start where you stopped. Now, granted, if these are like brand new people that you just friended, I wouldn't message them. But these are people that you've known for a little while. Send them a message. And make it a very in general, it could be about nothing. Maybe not even about it works. Maybe you could send a message just a very in general, hey, we just came out with this, new shake. And I was wondering, if you wanted to try it at my discount. That's something that you could send guys and girls. Come up with something simple and general that you could send out just to kind of get a buzz going, right? And then pulling declines. So if it's if you have a team under you and you have, I hate to say the word, but like dead legs. If you have dead legs, whether it's people quitting, whatever the case is, you can take over that dead leg, guys, and they have those emails in your e-suite of all of those loyal customers. You can be sending them emails, right? So that's something that I do every Friday. Being intentional, guys. Every Friday, when you sit down, you know that you are pulling declines and you are sending out those emails, okay? Checking for perk points is also a big thing, sending emails about that. So that is like the income producing activities. And then adding friends, which I don't need to go into detail about. I know basically, I don't know if there's like a ton of new people on this Zoom or not. If there is, then the rules are make sure there's no mutual teammates. That's a big one. And what are some other, I just know no mutual friends, try to, be sure when you are adding a lot of people though, be sure that you're cleaning out your outgoing box. That's a big one because eventually you're going to get cut off and you're not going to know why. And I know that I was in Facebook jail for a little while, like a year ago, and I didn't know why. And then I was like, oh yeah, I have like 2,000 unresponded to outgoing friend requests. So that is kind of like your income producing activities. And then Ashley, do you want to talk a little bit about like how you manage time? Because Ashley works during the day, guys. So she is, she's pregnant. She has a lot going on. She's going to a lot of appointments at this point. She has a 3-year-old. Braxton just turned 3. No, he just turned 4. Braxton just turned 4. So she has a young one at home. She has a husband to take care of, so she's super, super busy, guys, but she still works this business. And she is amazing. She went like executive to diamond in like a month. It was crazy. So she can go into detail about if you're still working during the day, that you can still make this work for you. So Ashley, if you want to talk about a little bit how you run your business.
Absolutely. So yeah, my life's just kind of crazy, and I'm only going to be working full time for 4 more weeks. So let's cheer that on. Okay. Hopefully that long. Hopefully she doesn't come early. So basically, something that I know Sam and I both do is we prepare our first post of the day the night before. So right when our feet are hitting the ground in the morning, or right before our feet hit the ground in the morning, we've got that post ready to go up. So I'm usually posting anywhere between, like 6 a.m. and 7 a.m. when I drop my son off at school. So that's typically like, my motivational post for the day. But I've actually come to find that I've been doing kind of like an interactive post first thing in the morning, like asking a question or something like that. And I'm actually getting a lot more response to that first thing in the morning. So I'm kind of trying something new there. And as I go throughout the day, so I have an hour drive to work. So I typically spend that time either watching a YouTube video, a Periscope. This morning it was the YouTube video from the task group, anything that I can do without wasting my time. Like, why not utilize that hour of my drive to the best of my ability, you know, to be income producing, to do an income producing activity rather than just jamming out to the radio or doing whatever. If I'm at a stoplight, I might take my selfie with my greens, or, you know what I mean? I try to utilize all of the time that I can. So then I get to work. So I'm probably there anywhere between 8 and 9. It just depends. And before I get out of the car, I'm going to make another post. And then typically if I've already done, you know, my motivational post for the morning or a product post for the morning, I'll make it a lifestyle post. If I haven't done anything It Works at that point, then I'll make that my It Work, you know, my first before and after of the day, or I'll post that selfie I took of my greens or whatever the case is. So I really try to utilize, so since I'm going to be at work for the next 8 hours, if I'm going to go to the restroom, that's where that list of pre-made posts that I have is going to come in handy, because while I'm sitting there going to the bathroom, I can throw on a post really quick. While I'm out to lunch, I can take do a lifestyle post about grabbing Schlotzsky's again today. I'm so glad I don't have to worry about packing a sack lunch every day to be extremely frugal, because I have this extra income coming in from It Works. Just utilizing all of those kinds of things to show that how the income is helping me, but I'm not out here ooh, I just spent $1,000 on this, people want to be able to go out and eat a lunch without having to worry about it. People want to be able to fill up their tank without having to just put $10 in at a time. So just showing those little things is really beneficial to people who just need a little bit of extra income every month that could eventually turn into thousands a month. And then one thing that I really find that gets people motivated to maybe want to join your business is today I made a post that I'm sitting at work and I got an email that I had just signed a loyal customer. Okay, so I'm making money from my side job at my full-time job, right? So that's showing people that I can do this during the day, and that I can work it into my everyday business. People know I have a 4-year-old. People know that I'm pregnant. They know I have a lot going on all the time. So being able to show them that I can still do this in my everyday life is really important to show. So anytime I'm sitting down in the car before I take off, I'm either responding to a message, I'm following up with somebody. I don't really have time during my day to do a power hour like Sam might do. So I just take any chance that I can to either follow up, make a post, or go check my declines, whatever the case is. And then after I get my son home, we get him his snack, he starts playing with his toys or whatever he's going to do for the next hour before I start dinner. That's when I might try to squeeze in a power hour. If I can't do it then, I'm going to do it after he goes to bed. And that's just where there's no distractions. I'm going to get my phone or my computer out, and I'm just going to work steady for at least an hour minimum. And I'm going to get anything I can done that I couldn't get done during the day. So that's basically what my day looks like, and kind of how I incorporate all of that into, showing people, part of me being a full-time worker is having to show the people and my potentials that they can do it during their full-time work day also. So that's how I do that.
Yeah. And I think that that's really important, guys. I think that especially if you're new to this team and if you're new in this business, I think it's so important to be able to show people that you're still doing this while you're still able to have a full-time job. Because I think a lot of people get the idea that we want you to quit your full-time job and we want you to be a full-time rap girl. And I think that it's important that if you just want $500 extra a month, that's fine. You know what I mean? You can still go to college and get your degree and, be in your career. But if you still want that $500 a month, this is something that you could do on the side. So I think it's really important that you are making sure that you are posting about making money, incorporating It Works into your daily life, guys. We didn't join this business because we had all this extra time laying around. We joined this business because we needed to make more money. and we didn't want to take more time away from our day and our family. You know what I mean? So it's just all about incorporating this into your daily life, but doing those time management things. I know, for instance, if you haven't already come up with verbiage and responses, you need to be doing that, guys. That's definitely something that's a time saver. Huge. Okay. What is a loyal customer? You have that verbiage saved in your phone. I have, my folders are, the products. I have I have the albums, which is the pictures on my camera roll, but I also have in my notes section, I have, the posts. I have a folder for posts. And then I have another folder that is called verbiage and responses. So for instance, what is a rap? What does it do? I have that answer saved in my phone. I have what is a loyal customer saved in my phone. I have, anything that, I also have some for like the more popular products like HSN, Cleanse. If they're going to ask, well, how does the Cleanse work? Tell me about it. I have a short description of it saved in my phone. Those time management things, guys, are going to be the game changers in your business, especially in the beginning. I felt like that made walkers runners. You know what I mean? So she is a super busy mom. She works and she's still being able to do this. And I think it's important that you show people that. I know that I was the same way. I'm telling y'all, it's all about like going into the store before you get out that car, you're posting, you're following up with someone. Anytime that I get in the car and I can strap my kid down to where she can't get into anything, as soon as she's, strapped in, I am following up. I'm checking in with my team. I'm doing that. Now, it's a little different since I was able to quit my day job and stay home. It was definitely a huge transition for me. So for instance, we wake up in the morning and it was, it was always go, go, go. But now it's like I wake up in the morning and it's like, I can do whatever I want. You know what I mean? So it's definitely having its own, I feel like people think that it's going to be easier once you can quit your day job to do this full time. Like, oh, of course, she's successful. She has all the time in the world to work this business. Actually, I feel like when I had less time, I was more intentional. Now I really have to force myself and make myself be super, super intentional with my time because I have so much time now. Beforehand, I didn't have time. So I had to be intentional and only do those intentional things. So with me, with me now, it's more like, we wake up, obviously I'm posting. I have that post already prepared from the night before. I get up, I get Zoe up, or she's usually getting me up actually. And then we're making breakfast. That's typically whenever I'm checking my calendar and I'm checking in with my leaders. I'm checking in with my team. I'm answering messages from the night before because before I go to bed at night, sometimes that's whenever I'm doing like a power hour. So typically I wake up in the morning and I have some messages to start my day off with. Between 9 a.m. and like noon is kind of like Zoe's usually playing. We're kind of just taking it easy at the house, but that's whenever I've posted. I'm checking in with my team. I am seeing what we have to do that day. But then at the same time, guys, I'm having to clean up. I'm having to cook, do things like that. Now, whenever Zoe goes down for a nap, that is a huge power hour time for us, okay? Nap time means power hour. That means adding friends, following up, messaging, interacting with intention. Like, no joke, no TV on, nothing, not anything. If I see my chat room going off, I typically just like try to ignore it just for that hour, just so that I can be sure that I'm being intentional on building my business. Zoe wakes up. That's typically we get out of the house by then. So I'm doing a lifestyle post. I'm talking about how we get to go shopping and, we own our own time and things like that. Maybe we're going to the grocery store. I'm doing a lifestyle post about how we get to beat the rush hour crowd, things like that. And then we get home, I'm getting her ready. If we have online parties, and I'm not going to lie, guys, if you, do have family that can help you, like I'm a single mom, so I have to do a lot of this by myself. But like, for instance, tonight I'm at my aunt's house and I called my aunt and I said, hey, I have a Zoom to do tonight. Like, do you mind watching Zoe? So she actually got Zoe. I dropped Zoe off here, but I stayed and they went to Target. So that, at pulling those favors, from your friends and family, if you can, that's also a huge help. But just remember, guys, that you're doing this for a reason. And, it's not sacrifices, it's investments. So just be really, really intentional with your time. After Zoe goes to bed, that is also a huge self-development. I'm a night owl, so I stay up until like 3 a.m. sometimes, 4 a.m. Like I'm crazy like that. So I typically try to do like my self-development, my reading, watching YouTube videos really, really late at night because I don't like to burn daylight whenever I could be like building my business and messaging normal people that don't stay up all night. So personal development happens in the middle of the night for me. And then between the hours of like 7 to midnight, that's, obviously, and guys, we're posting throughout the day, right? So that's something that I don't need to go over with y'all, but I have those posts saved to my phone, especially the before and afters. But I feel like at night, I think it's important that you're scheduling time with your significant other. Maybe at dinner time, you are like, okay, between 5 and 7, turn off your phone or whatever. I mean, whatever that time frame looks like to you, if you know that, you can tell, your husband like, hey, I know you're getting upset because I'm always on my phone. I want you to understand, though, that I'm doing this for us. Whenever I get to this rank, I'm going to buy you something. You know what I mean? And that way he's not going to mind you, working so hard, but you can at least do that hour and a half where you turn off your phone every single day. But that means when you turn it back on, you can be intentional with that time. And you've already given your family their time, so you can be intentional in working your business and giving your business that time. And those are just some tips, guys, that if you want to take your business to the next level, you really have to understand that it doesn't have to consume you. You can work smarter, not harder. Okay, you just have to be smart about it. So if you struggle with time management, especially in the beginning, that was a huge factor of mine, guys. I actually didn't work my business for like the first 2 months because I was so overwhelmed with everything that I was thinking I needed to be doing. I regretted that, so if you are struggling with balancing this business and you want to take it to the next level, but you just don't know how, definitely get with your enroller. Message me, message Brittany, message Amy, Jesse, Ashley, anybody, message us. Because, I know me, I've done it while I worked full time and then I was able to quit. I've done it being a stay-at-home mom. So I know what you're going through and I can help you, okay? So I think that is mostly all that we have. Ashley, do you want to say anything else?
I don't think so. You have the notes, so
Yeah.
She's following the lead.
It's like scribble, guys. Does anybody have any questions, or does anybody have anything specific that they're saying, that you just want to ask about, and maybe I can help you out getting past a obstacle that you're going through? Anybody? You can unmute yourself. There's like 1,000 people. None of y'all have a question. All of y'all are just like rocking it, right? Super rocking it. All right.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Hi. I'm Kimberly Penny, and Jennifer Hearn is the one that got me on the team. And I just recently enrolled one of my friends, and she just recently posted about our cleanse, but she got so many negative comments on it that now she's kind of hesitant about being in this company. Is there any tips about what I can help her with? And because I'm not too sure if she's on here or not, but I want to help her. I want her to succeed in this because she's already struggling as it is.
Right.
And this is the only company that actually has helped her lose weight.
Yeah.
So I want her to stay positive about it.
Definitely. I think that one of the reasons why I didn't work this business in the first 2 months was because I was scared of what people would think. I was scared to get those negative comments. I was scared. Now, and I become like the mama bear to my distributors. Okay. My distributors know this about me. Whenever they get messages, I'm like, send them, I'm like, you don't even want to get me a hold of them. But anyway, so definitely talk to her, reach out to her. If she's on the Zoom, here's the thing, guys. Hopefully she's on this Zoom and listening. I can confidently tell you, if somebody gave me a hard time, first of all, if anybody ever comments anything negative on one of your posts, delete it immediately. You don't even need to waste time messaging that person. If that's somebody close to you, I'm sorry, but shame on them. You can block them if you don't really know them that well, or if they're just like an old high school friend that doesn't really mean anything to you, block them. You don't need that negativity in your life, guys. And here's the thing. I know it made her like, oh my God, I don't know if I can do this, but she joined for a reason. And you know what? Those people that were commenting negatively, this is going to sound really mean, and I don't hate me for it. They're just ignorant. They don't know what they're talking about. A lot of people don't understand what multi-level marketing is. A lot of people don't know anything about our products. If they knew about our products, and if they knew our business plan, if they knew our compensation plan, they would never say anything negative. And that's the fact.
I told her that too.
Yeah, I have all the confidence in the world. Whenever somebody comes at me trying to say that it's like a pyramid scheme or whatever, I'm prepared, because it's not. And this is an amazing opportunity. Our products work. I've lost 85 pounds myself, guys. I'm wearing a size 1 jeans. And guess what? I was a size 16 in jeans whenever I first joined as a loyal customer. I was 203 pounds.
Oh, wow.
Okay? Yes. I was 203 pounds wearing a size 16 in jeans. These products work, and this business plan is amazing. So you just have to be confident, and that just comes in time. Your friend's not going to have that right away because she's new. But I think maybe just getting her to a one team, one mission, getting her on these Zooms, getting with, you, her, and Jennifer. I know Jennifer's amazing. Okay. Y'all 3 talk it out. See what's going on and which comments bothered her the most. What is she hesitant about? What is she scared about? Are they just saying the products don't work? Girl, did they try it yet? No, they don't know it doesn't work. You can brush that off. You know what I mean? But if she's worried about the business, we can talk through that. So I think just getting to her on a personal level, and then bringing in your leader, to really work through that. I think that, because like I said, guys, you have nothing to be ashamed of, and you have nothing to worry about. You can work this business with confidence because we have an amazing compensation plan. Products are off the chain. Like, there's nothing to worry about. Like, I feel like a lot of people when they first join are just so hesitant and worried and nervous. And from someone that was that, and to know what I know, you can have confidence in this company, and you can definitely work your business with pride and with confidence. You know what I mean? Does anybody else have any questions? But yeah, just get her. I think you, her, Jennifer, get together, get on a Zoom, and maybe talk it out and see. And if you have to bring somebody else in, then, it's one team, one mission. I'll go in. I ain't got nothing to do tonight. My kid's at Target having a tea party.
Yeah, she does work a second job. So this is her first side job. Mm-hmm. But she's just nervous because of the fact of so much negativity. And I told her that she doesn't need that in her life, and that they're just going to bash on her because they never try the product. They don't know anything about it. And she needs to improve. She needs to delete the people, block them, and start adding more people that are positive and willing to actually work with them about this business.
Yeah,
honestly, I've had this problem before. I've been told this business doesn't work, or people told me that it's just a pyramid scheme. Even my own dad told me it was a pyramid scheme, and I actually convinced him it doesn't. And I'm about to actually wrap him.
Yeah.
So it's been a big accomplishment. And I told her I'll stick with her every step of the way. I've been calling her. I've been texting her, get a hold of her, let her know I'm here to help her.
Yeah.
So that actually has really helped me. And I will talk with Jennifer, thinking about putting in a private group chat.
Yeah.
With us 3, maybe add you or Brittany. Yeah. And just go through with it.
Because I know in the beginning, you don't know. A lot of people don't understand in the beginning. It's all about seeing a vision and understanding, the compensation plan. And I don't know if she has an issue with like the products or, what exactly she's nervous about. But yeah, I think just talking through it. And here's the thing. If you join for a reason, I had people tell me no. I had people tell me it doesn't work. I had people say it was a pyramid scheme. But you know what? Those comments didn't pay my bills. I'm a single mom. I have a 2.5-year-old, and I live in an expensive city. I knew that I had to do something to get out of my situation to support my daughter and I. And so screw your negative comment, delete and block, move on. I don't have time for that because I'm here to make money, and I'm here to help my team and myself and make a better life for us. So you have to just know your why and run with it, and just put the blinders up. Any negativity, delete, block, move on. And if you have that mindset, guys, everything will work out.
Hey, Kim.
Exactly.
This is Brittany. Don't get in a group
Hey,
chat with her. Get either schedule a Zoom or a phone call, like a three-way phone call or something. Don't do a group chat because you can't see or hear like emotion behind just text.
Right.
It's probably better with this situation to get like on the phone or face-to-face or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly. She actually lives out in Leander, so I can probably try to meet up with her.
Okay.
Yeah. Does anybody else?
Yeah, I'll definitely do that. Thank you guys so much.
Yeah. Message me.
There's a 1 team 1 mission in Georgetown next week on the 31st. Get her there.
Yes. If y'all go, I'll go.
Can any of you guys send me that? Because I haven't heard about it until now.
Yep. We'll send
If
him.
you go to yeah, I'll post. We can post.
If you send it to Jennifer, she can send it to me, and I'll know.
Kim,
just keep an eye on the group.
It's on our team calendar, Kim.
Oh, okay. I'll definitely keep a lookout. Okay.
Yeah. Does anybody else have any questions? Any time management issues? I don't hear anything. So we're all just rocking it, guys. Sweet. Well, it's BOGO, so I don't want to take up too much time of y'all's because I think that we need to be working our businesses. So let's go ahead and get off. Let's finish out this BOGO strong. I'm about to message. I was at a play date earlier, and I am about to message her to sign up and get her info. So I'm going to let y'all go. Brittany, do you have anything to add?
Nope. Y'all are good. Thank you so much for the tips, Ashley and Sam.
Yeah, I'm